I think is when he'll end up doing it. So in other words, let's just say right now it was ready. Hypothetical, it was ready, but you know, in the next month or two, Bitcoin goes down to $10,000. I think that's when he'll end up launching it. We'll see.
But he actually said that he was not trying to time the market.
I know, but we got to keep it real too. You know.
I think so too.
I'm just being real, bro. I mean, we can try to bullshit each other all we want, but fact of the matter is, if it's ready, you know, when it's ready, when it first of all, he's not gonna launch it until it is ready. But if we're pretty much almost at the bottom of the market and it's ready, why would he not wait another, 2-3 weeks and then do it then? Because he loves X's, you know that he loves X's. So if time in the bottom of the market, once it comes ready, it kind of correlates together. I think that's what's going to happen personally.
Yeah, let's hope it very soon, because yeah, I bought my biggest bag on Hex was around 0.41, so you can understand my pain a little bit. So I'm just waiting for Pulse to make some big gains and stake it on Hex and live on interest.
Whatever you do, don't sell, bro.
I'm staked on Hex. I'm
Okay,
staked
good. Yeah,
for 5 years.
good.
So.
Yeah, you'll be good then. You're gonna be blessed.
Sure hope so, man.
There is no doubt, bro. Next level, there is no doubt in my mind. There's no doubt in my mind at all. Zero doubt. Zero. That you're not going to be blessed. If you have a 10-year stake or a 5-year stake, whatever the case may be, Hex in 5 or 10 years could be 40, $50, $100. You're going to be blessed. The whole thing is again, all good things come to those who wait. So you're going to be fine, brother. Especially if you or did you sacrifice for Pulsechain and PulseX?
I didn't have chance to do for Pulsechain because I came quite late. No, I didn't sacrifice for PulseX because I didn't have any more fiat. I just bought Hex, so I didn't have any fiat left.
Gotcha. Well, this is the thing. You don't lose money until you sell. So just hang on, bro. Just hang tight. I mean, I've invested probably 15 grand into Hex, and I'm down big time. But you know what? I don't lose any money until I sell, so I don't plan on selling anything. I'm just gonna just hang tight, and then let the price appreciation come, and we'll go from there. So again, people that are on here, oh well, my just like me, they put a lot of money into Hex and look at the price now, and oh, woe is me. Fact of the matter is, it's gonna come back up. We're in a bear market. That's what crypto does. You can't expect to get rich, you know, without the volatility. That's the reason why we're into crypto, because there's an opportunity for us to become very wealthy very quick instead of waiting 20 or 30 years to become wealthy. You can get wealthy with crypto very soon. But the fact is, you also see those 85, 90% dips. But that's okay. That's when you buy. You buy low, you sell high. That's what we do. You know, you realize people become rich in crypto in a bear market, and they realize it, in a bull market. That's what happens. So right now, I'm buying. I am buying big time. So because when we come out of this bear market and it starts going crazy, that's when you realize your gains.
Guys, I have a short question in between. Sorry, Adrian, are you here?
Yep.
Adrian, there was this guy, Richard from Switzerland, always in the chat. When you saw him the last time, he's still here in the chat sometimes?
Oh, yes, I know him. I haven't heard him in some time.
Who?
Richard from Switzerland.
I don't know who that guy is.
Okay, thank you. I just had a question to him, but okay, I just wanted to know if he's still hanging around here or I don't know where's he gone. Okay, thanks.
Something related to Switzerland?
Pardon?
You wanted to ask him something related to the country Switzerland?
Yeah, exactly. That's why. Yeah.
Wait a second. State your question now.
I'm gonna wait. Yeah.
Say your question now. I'm
The
letting
question
somebody
would be
from
more.
Switzerland to listen to it.
I don't know if somebody's here. Switzerland. Question would be more text related. Actually get tax as an income tax in Switzerland, as far as I know, and I just wanted to ask him what you know about that, because how actually the government is regulating it. I'm not quite sure, but as far as I know, it's taxed as an income tax if you get any airdrops. So it would be a little bit shitty.
Oh, okay. I cannot help you right here, but they have different regions, and each region is different. And I've also read in the past that you can even negotiate it with the local people.
Yeah, because I'm not quite sure how to see it, because at the end, I mean, you pay for it. Yeah, this is the point, actually sacrifice, but I don't know how they see it, maybe have to talk clear to a tax advisor, because a regular airdrop, where you actually not pay anything in advance for it, should be actually taxed here as an income tax. And if this would be the case with Pulse, it wouldn't be so nice. Yeah, but anyway, I can figure it out. Thank you, man.
Yeah, welcome.
So Jakeinator, I don't expect any profits from work of others, but I have a hard time picturing that Richard won't let this project succeed. I mean, he has so many eyes on him. I mean, I'm talking about Hex now. Hex coin.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Even if it has done so much in the past or those 2 previous years, to just leave it at this. I mean, I don't think so. I think he will pump the shit out of this in one way or other.
What's your point? Did you think I was funny, Hex?
No,
I was not.
I'm just saying that despite those big dips that we're facing now, to just not do anything about it in the near future, that doesn't seem logical for me.
I say that Richard is working daily for this, because everywhere where he's introduced as the Hex creator. He was in the Bloomberg, he was in the Sunday Times, he was on the Fox Business Tonight. All of this stuff is pumping it up, even if it's not seen in real time in the chart. There are so many eyes looking at it. So Hex is getting more and more and more well known.
He usually speaks about the past and what he accomplished with Hex, like he reached, like for some people it might seem that he reached the peak. You know what I'm saying? That look what I did, and look what I'm
He's
about
not
to do.
making promises of the
Look what
future.
I'm.
He's just saying to others what he already done, because that can be checked out. He doesn't want to make promises, but the dude is working daily for this. I mean, he's like everywhere with Hex next to his name.
Yeah, I didn't get your point. Maybe you could explain a little better, because I love to speak on that. So can you say it again for me, bro? I appreciate it.
My point is there's some kind of sentiments going around that. Yeah, he did great, but He reached the top now with Hex. I mean, there's nothing more to it. You know what I'm saying? So he's living on past accomplishes, sort of thing.
Because those are things that were made and they are not promises. And Hex, if you look in the chart, it went up and down many times. It's like business as usual. It's nothing new.
I got to tell you, I will say this: when Hex on Pulse, when Pulsechain launches, Hex on the Pulsechain is going to go freaking crazy. It's going to go ballistic, and let me tell you why I know that. So I live in Southern California, and I've got a friend, well, a lot of friends here, but one of them in particular, he invested in Hex. He's a day one Hexican, and he's made over $10 million. And what he did is he got his whole dealership into Hex, and they all became rich, and they all quit on him. Other than him, he didn't quit. So this guy, who's a day one Hexican, and has realized some gains. In other words, when it got up to 50 something cents, he took some money out, and then he took some more money out, and he took some more money out. So in other words, it wasn't just on paper. He realized his gains. So that gentleman, along with all the other folks that he does business with, and that he got into Hex, like I said, all of them quit other than him, but they're all day one Hexicans, and they made a ton of money. And what they're saying to me is when Pulsechain launches, they're going to be, if it doesn't reach price parity the first day, they're going all in on Hex on Pulsechain. So they're going to sell their millions and billions of Hex, and not sell, but go over to the Pulsechain side if it doesn't reach price parity. So I really believe that Hex on Pulsechain is going to go nuts. It's going to go crazy, and these guys, again, I'm in the car business. I don't know if you know that, but so and I've been doing it for over 25 years. I'm not a car salesperson. I do marketing for dealerships, and I want to get out the road. So I went and work. I'm working right now on the weekends. I get paid pretty well. I work 3 days a week for a gentleman who got me into Pulsechain, and they're saying that when Pulsechain launches, if it does not reach price parity the first day, they're going to dump all their Hex into the Pulsechain side. So there's big things coming, bro. So if you own Hex right now and you get the copy over, it's going to go crazy.
Jaconator. So don't ratio trade? Is that what you're saying?
Heck no, dude. Heck, Big Bud. I love you, brother. Good to see you. No way. No way.
I'm
No
just,
way.
I'm just messing. But yeah, I just want to make sure everyone knows.
Well, this is the thing, Big Bud. If they think they know, and it just because a lot of these people on here, I don't really know a lot of them. I know you, and I know a few folks on here. But next up, I just met him. I think he had a different name. But the bottom line is that we have to be smart. And to me, if I'm new on here and you own Hex, and maybe you sacrifice for PulseX, God bless you. You're in a good place. But would I be doing any kind? I'm in a Pulsechain and PulseX and of course Hex, but I'm not doing nothing. And I'm not an idiot. I mean, I've been in this chat for about a year now, and I've learned so much, and that's the reason why I can share this with you from Papa Boner and Walrus and Profex and Crypto Goose and Gamma and all you guys. And I'm not. I'm. I do okay financially at my job, and I get forward to the opportunity to invest every month in Richard Hart projects. But I got to tell you, I would not if you're not well versed in crypto. I wouldn't be doing anything, bro. Even myself, who I kind of know a little bit, I'm still not gonna do anything. I'm gonna wait till all the dust settles and then I'm gonna DC. I want to buy. I don't have that much Pulse chain. I have a ton of PulseX, not a ton of Pulse chain. So what I'm gonna do is I have some dry powder waiting on the side. So when Pulse chain launches, I'm gonna go ahead and buy some more. That's my plan. But as far as ratio trading, people are gonna get wrecked. It's gonna be dumb. I wouldn't do it. Anybody on this chat, I wouldn't do it, especially if you're new.
Yeah, Jaconator, I appreciate that. I actually was originally thinking, like, I don't know, man, like half a year ago or something. I was thinking, man, I'll I'll trade my Ethereum hex for Pulsechain when I get the chance, and that was my game plan, because I think that was a lot of people's game plan. And then I came to realize over time, you and many others were saying how that may be a terrible idea. So you guys kind of saved me. So I gotta say thank you.
Amen. And there's the thing, Big Bud. It's important for people to know that the so the how can I put it in perspective? If there's less people staking on the Ethereum side, your APY goes freaking crazy. So instead of 40, 50% or 38%, you're at 70, 80, 100, 200%. So, but of course, the fees are higher on the Ethereum side. But if you have a nice bag, these people that own a ton of Hex on Ethereum, they're not going anywhere. They're not going anywhere. That own a ton. Now, at the same time, the fees on Pulse Chain are way less. So we'll see. It's kind of we're gonna have to figure this out because I mean I don't know if you're getting a ton of APY, but the price appreciation on Pulse is better. That's probably where they're gonna go. Um, we're gonna see. We're gonna see.
Well, I thank you, Jaconator. I right now, like, I'm almost a third on each project. So, like,
Yep, me too,
uh,
bro. Me
I'm
too.
I'm trying to, yeah, I'm trying to just keep all my bags just the way they are.
Amen. I'm with you. I agree with you.
And
That's good advice for anybody on this chat.
yeah, that's because of you guys. So so yeah, thank you. I was blessed enough to get in on Pulse Chain, and I got 50/50 Pulse and PulseX. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Cool, man. And this is the thing: if you didn't buy Pulse Chain, if you weren't in the chat and you didn't know about Pulse Chain, and you maybe just got into Pulse X, you're still not late. You're gonna be okay. If you DCA in, like for instance, my brother, he bought a ton of Pulse X, but it's not in the Pulse Chain. But he's got a bag. He's got his money ready. So when Pulse Chain launches, he's gonna be okay. So it's important that people know that. Just because you didn't get a Pulse Chain doesn't mean you're late. Because what I don't think it's gonna happen. It could happen. Personally, I don't think we're going to see a lower price in Sacrifice in any way, shape, or form. Some people think that. That's not what I see. I don't think it's going to dip below that. But at the same time, could you imagine getting into Bitcoin a week or 2 weeks later? Are you kidding me? Or Ethereum? Oh my God, you'd be loaded right now. So that's what people need to understand. If they didn't sacrifice for Pulse Chain, they're not late. They could still get their money in, DCA in. I wouldn't put. Let's say you have 5 grand. I wouldn't put my whole 5 grand the first day. I put a couple grand. Okay, now I'm in. Now I'm in. Okay, I'm in. Then and then wait next week or two. It takes a dip. Boom. Then you buy again another $1,000. And then they go back up, and then boom, you put another $1,000 in. That's how you get loaded. That's how you become rich by DCing in on a project when it launches the first day.
Yeah, yeah, Jaconator. Yeah, I was just saying, like, I'm just kind of like saying the reason I said all that stuff because I think it's a decent way to go is just kind of keep your positions and build on them. I'm actually gonna be that I've been buying. I've been buying Hex, but I'm gonna be buying more Hex and PLS when it comes out. PLSX. So like I'm just trying to keep on building for I don't know, next year or two. I don't know how long, but a good long while. So I think it's a good play.
I couldn't agree with you more. Big Bud, in 2 years, in a year, let's say Pulsechain launches. I think it's gonna launch in November. Personally, that's just me. I was hoping on my birthday, which was June 29th. That didn't happen. But for my friends that I'm talking to, we're thinking probably November because that's when the bottom is supposed to happen as far as the bear market. And if that happens, we're thinking probably November. I definitely think that we're going to launch prior to E 2.0, only because it's easier for the devs it's more work for the devs if they don't launch prior. So we'll see. You know, I think I really feel in my heart of hearts that we will launch prior to E 2.0, and so that kind of gives you some kind of a gauge. And that's what I heard from Profex and Walrus and all these guys.
Yeah, that would just make so much sense versus trying to redo all their work, basically,
Exactly.
and then waiting another year. That would not
Yeah.
be an ideal play in my head.
Oh heck no! Somebody, I was this other chat recently, and somebody came on and said that he heard that it was going to launch in 2023, late 2023, which is 100% false. That's incorrect. So make sure anybody on
That's
this chat understand that.
I
Yeah,
I heard someone even more silly. Someone was saying 2025.
yeah, that's just dumb. It's just dumb. I talked to Walrus yesterday, and I go, "Hey, bro, what's going on with this?" He goes, "Jaconator." He goes, "I'm thinking November, October, November is what he's thinking." You know Walrus, obviously, right? Big Bud.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So he's a brainiac. He's actually a friend of mine. We conversate every now and then, and he's a smart man. He goes, "No," he goes, "I never said that. People are putting words in his mouth. He never said that. He's thinking before the end of this year, which is my guesstimation as well. Which yeah, it has to be. So that's what I think.
You said probably November.
Yep, that's it. We'd be blessed if either way we're gonna be blessed. But I would say, Big Buddy, have you ever heard me say that before?
I don't know. I thought I heard it from somewhere.
Big Bud, you've been on the chat long enough. You hear me say it all the time. We are going to be blessed. All good things, go to those folks that wait. So yeah, I think I'm thinking November. If it happens before that, I'd like to. I want to retire. I'm 55. I want to retire in 2 years, um, and I'm invested pretty good. So um, we'll see. You know,
Oh boy. Yeah, I'm with you there. Um, I'm not even gonna get into like retirement things because like because basically I could have been, should have been, but I'm glad to hear you back in here, man. I've been in and out because there's been very little people in here, so it's glad to hear you. I'm hoping we can get some more. I would love to see the numbers come back up to 100, 200 people. Miss everybody.
hey, Big Bud, I'm going to DM you here in a minute. Okay.
All right.
Does does anyone knows the guy from the documentary? The guy who invests in like with his house money?
No.
I think he bought at 40 cents or something like that, or he just imagined his pain, what he's feeling now.
JC, can you turn up your mic a little bit? I don't know. I'm having a hard time hearing you. I don't know if anybody else can.
I, I,
Yeah,
I
you're
just
real quiet, man.
I just imagined his pain, no? The guy who bought like with all his house money, the guy from the documentary. It, it you know, it,
I can hardly hear you, buddy.
it's okay then. It's an issue, no problem. No worries.
JC, is that what happens when you trade on your phone?
Oh, yeah, yeah, man. It's hard, man. It's hard. I bought with my house money at 40 cents. This is why I look like that.
House money? What do you mean?
Yeah, because this guy from the documentary, this guy who just sold his house or something like that, like was crazy, and they filmed the guy, and he bought Hex at 40 cents, and it's crazy, man.
Hey, Big Bud, are you in the United States?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna send you my number right now. Call me.
Sure.
Wow, guys.
All right. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember hearing about that guy. Um, wow, crazy.
Big Bud, I just sent you a DM. Give me a call.
All right, let me take a look.
Do you guys think the bull run is coming back, or we just stay flat, like as Richard said, the escort just fall and then we'll doom forever?
I don't think Richard ever said that. He never said that the bull run was over. He just said that the bottom for Bitcoin was going to be 11K. So everybody's selling in a down market.
So actually said that Bitcoin fell from the 200 moving average, and then it just create this weak down that make it look like it fell from the S corp. And he also said that 11K thing, but he also said that just it looked so bad that it might take like I don't know forever to be again.
I mean, people only. I mean, you got to look at a utility in Bitcoin was that you can store. You can store your cash in Bitcoin and then use it. You got Bitcoin ATMs. You got all different types of ways to take your money out, right? So everybody's taking their money out right now. Uh, but as far as like a bull run, I mean, you know, bull, a bull market and a bear market is associated with the finance market in general, not just crypto, right? So everything is down. So I would say eventually things are going to start coming back for sure. I would hope to see us get more than 3 trillion in at the top of crypto. I would like it to go to 7 or 8, right?
Oh yeah, man, that sounds nice, man. Like
Yeah, and Richard was just on Fox Business today. So yeah, he was on Fox Business, man, which is a solid step, man, for everybody that didn't hear, man. They all talking on Twitter in a Twitter group right now, video chat. But yeah, he was on Fox Business today. And I think that's a good look for his projects, right? Because he's on for the first time he made it on a national outlet.
well, it's crazy. Yeah, I saw that. It's crazy, but yeah, my only concern is Hex, man. I mean, just like everyone is like just I think everyone is waiting for Pulse Chain, and I feel bad because I like the coin, but you know, like
Yeah, if you stake the hex right now, you're making money, you're making yield. So in a bear market, you're still making yield. Now your coin went down, but if you got an extra 500,000 coin, out of just holding your coin, you got an extra 500,000. Well, guess what? That 500,000 is actually worth some money right now. So you're actually making money. It just is some years the coin would be valued more when your state come undone. Your year would be worth more at one period of time than say another period of time. It might be worth $1 one time, 10 cents the next time, $5 next time, 50 cents the time after that. You're just producing yield. You're producing profit. So I wouldn't even associate that to say like a coin like Bitcoin or anything else like that.
yeah, but come on, I have a question, man. You sound smart. Uh, if you'll have like now like 2K now in Hex that you already bought, well, if you want to have like one stake, just like one stake, would you put it like in 2 years or 2.5 years? What which time frame will you use?
I do
Not so
3 year
long, no
stakes.
longer than yeah, no longer than 3 years.
Yeah. So, you say no longer. Yeah. So for me, I do 3 years at a time. That's just for me. But for other people, depends on how much money you do. And I wouldn't do 2,000, right? So, I gotta get a lot more return on my investment. But uh like I said, the yield come undone, you cash that in. I don't care whether it's 4 cent, 11 cent, 18 cent. I cash that in, and then just keep it staked again, and then basically when it come undone, hopefully it's worth $1. Hopefully it's worth $2. Who knows? But that's the way I play the hex game.
Okay, okay, sir.
Yeah, everybody that made a whole bunch of money in hex, man, where they say, oh, hex produced some millionaires, they never staked there. They never staked their coins, bro. But if you play the game right, yeah, you can make a lot of money out of hex.
Just piss me off like now all these influencers from Hex, they're just like creating their own coins, and it's like everyone's crazy, man. It's like everyone lose faith, and all these things. I see like there's like three types of influencers. The one that were at the beginning, the pirate and all these guys, they were like solid because they got rich and they just their appearances now. Obviously, if they're rich now, they're not appearing like so often. But then you have the next generation like Joker and these other guys, and they just they obviously don't even get rich, but they're like promoting now their own coins, and it's like a bit silly, you know. Like I don't know, it's weird, man. It's like a lot of people lost faith in Hex, man. It's like they just are.
I don't think people lost faith in Hex. I think just greed make them want more.
I mean,
Just a down. It's just a down. It's just a down market. I mean, everybody's meant to cash out, right? I mean, I don't care whether you got faith in something I got faith in, right? Is do I make money? That's all I care about. I don't care whether you go and make money and then go start your own coin. Hey, man, do that. If it empowers you and you say you can do something better, do it. Maybe it'll benefit somebody. Maybe I'll invest in it. I don't know.
yeah, it's a nice approach, man. I think you're right. I think everyone can do their own shit, you know, and but it's just like it changed, you know, the mood and like people just, you know, the people get greedy and they want to get money from other things, and yeah, they
I
just
mean, think about it. Think about it. Unless you was in Bitcoin at the very beginning, if you got in Ethereum at the very beginning, this is your first real bear market. Like, what was the other bear market, right? Everything been shooting up. So when you go through it, everybody's going through it. Rich is going through it. Everybody's going through this bear market right now. So I would just sit back and hopefully Pulse launches one day, and then just be wise to understand that, hey, man, there's cycles to everything. You know, uh, people say, "Ah, I never sell." Yeah, right. You gonna sell? You just ain't gonna tell me you sold. But I'm not. I'm not a fool. But yeah.
what do you think
Plus, a
about
lot
that,
of these
Airdrop?
guys are what they're doing is they're creating new projects on the Pulse chain. Is what they're doing, and coins come with that. Get me wrong, there's a shit ton of them out there, but there's some pretty cool stuff to come that people will be able to benefit from. So don't get down.
Yeah, plus it's going to improve adaptation. And somebody got to pay the gas fees and the swap fees for Pulse and PLS X, right? So, we need those at the same time.
Yeah, I certainly won't be touching my hex bag. That's for sure. On either chain.
Yeah, man, it's a good store of value. Like I say, man, you make money, you make yield from PLSX Pulse. You take some of that yield, you throw it into your hex farm. Your hex farm cycles, year, 2 years, 3 years, however you want to do it. You throw that in, and then it pumps out freaking profit. And then before you know it, every year you're getting profit from one of your 3-year stakes, and then you're just restaking after that. So, but not too many people have the patience to walk into true passive income, because passive income, you got to make the money first, and then you got to let that money make money. And then once that money's making money, everything is passive from that. Not too many people have the patience to do it. I totally get that. But if you do have the patience to do it, you should give yourself 3 years to walk into it.
Yeah, man, I've planned for 5 years, and by the time 5 years
Well,
rolls
yeah, yeah,
around,
yeah, yeah,
should be making passive income.
five
For
is
me,
yeah,
for me,
five is
yeah.
real. Yeah, I'm just saying
Three's
five
not
is real.
unrealistic either. Three's not
Well,
unrealistic
five
either.
five is
I
real.
mean, ultimately, Joseph, I should be able to do it in three, but I'm just going on what I have now in the short term. That's all. But that's probably going to change. I'm going to have more money to invest, etc., etc. So, 3 years should be a good time. But right now, I've set my marker for 5.
You guys notice, of course, that like Hex start being a little bit correlated, okay, like a lot correlated with Bitcoin. What do you guys think about the short-term price of Bitcoin? Like, do you think it will fall to 15K or will pump from here or something like that? Because I'm looking for 1 cent Hex or 1.5 cents Hex. Are you guys betting on a further downside movement in the following, let's say, 1 or 2 months?
I don't know. Richard got Bitcoin going down to 11K. So I'm not that type of guy that calls tops and bottoms or none of that. I'm not even gonna say I am. But if he got it at 11K, then definitely I'm waiting to buy. I would buy. I'm not a Ethereum guy, so I don't want to do any shopping on Ethereum. I do own Ethereum coins that I believe in, like Hex. But if Hex went to a penny or below, bro, I'll bring a huge bag to the table for sure. Other than that, my bag is strictly reserved for PLS on the Pulsechain side when it opens up. Because I already got my PLSX, I already got Hex, and then I'm thinking that I'm gonna just go ahead and dump everything into Pulse once it launches. Uh, and some other third party projects. But the only thing that would entice me to spend more money on Ethereum would be if Hex went to a pin. That would be a no brainer for me, man. But right now it's hovering, right? So
I think the next Fed meeting will be interesting, on the 17th of July. We might see more blood.
you know what? The market actually liked that they hiked the rates, right? You know, if they hike the rates again, that might be good for the market because a lot of investors are pulling their money out because they are afraid that they're hiking up of what they're going to do to the rates. But once they know, it probably be a good thing, man, because it'll get the market back to something that can safely where people feel safe about putting their money into these investments like the stock market, right? And crypto to me is one of those type of investments, right? But I'm interested in the regulation, man. Like I'm hoping that wallets become become regulated as debit or credit cards, and I'm hoping stable coins become regulated as banks. And the reason why I say that, and I know a lot of people don't like freaking regulation, but shoot, when somebody hack into your freaking wallet and steal all your goddamn coins, hey man, if you can't afford to play the game, don't create no daggone wallet. If you can't afford to play the game, don't create no stable coin. And then freaking, I go to cash in my stable coin, and then I find out it's backed by debt, and you can't give me my stable coin back, or you go out of business. Now, I think people don't like regulation until that happened to them personally. And then they're like, man, I can't call nobody. It's unregulated. It ain't nobody to call.
Yeah, I agree with you, Joseph. There has to be some kind of regulation in this madness that is going on now.
Yeah, and not everything needs to be regulated because you don't want to stifle innovation. But I'm just saying, man, when I hear about like it was a guy that came on was like, I ain't give my keys to nobody, da 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 da. they still swipe all my freaking coins, and he talking about it was like $100,000 worth. And I was like, see, that's why we need regulation on the wallets. And those are the three things that Congress is targeting is, is the wallets, the stable coin, or the exchanges, and the fact that people can, with all this ransomware stuff, right? You got people holding, companies hostage and saying, hey, pay us in Bitcoin. So they want the ability to, have more transparency to the people that are actually getting the Bitcoin, right? Which protects a lot of corporations from ransomware attacks, which is going crazy, by the way. I make a living in that type of stuff. So
Joseph, do you also think Pulsechain will launch this year?
I think he's gone now, man. But yeah, he was saying he thinks November. That's what he reckons.
yeah, so I hope so, but like I say, I'm fairly patient with it, man. I just wanted to launch and not and not have any hiccups. That's my only concern. But then I wanted to launch sometime, you know, before say I want to say probably the middle of next year. I mean, if it don't launch by the middle of next year, I might be concerned that I lost all my sacrifice dollars. But other than that, man, I just launching this year would be great. If it launches before September, I'm actually want to go to Las Vegas. But if it don't launch uh, by the time PostCon happen, I'm not showing up at PostCon if it hasn't launched yet.
Sorry, mate. I thought you were gone. I didn't mean to answer for you there.
Oh no, you good. I think we always had it at in November. I was actually shocked when he said it was going to launch in May. I mean, we had it in set for like September, latest November was the consensus. But I guess that is true, right? So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that mid-May guess was a major fuck up.
Well, yeah, and then you got to remember, if he found a foundational problem, that's a good thing, right? So, you don't want to try to fix a problem and have to rebuild a foundation when the product is launched. It's just going to be
Yeah.
crazy. And then you don't want to stagger adaptation, like all of the community on Ethereum that want to come build their front ends and bring that community with them to post, right? You don't want to stagger that. And say, hey, come back in 2 months because it may never come back, right? So a smooth launch is what we really want, even though we want it like yesterday. So I'm still here believing that we're gonna launch for sure.
Amen, brother. Amen.